Welcome back to the Girl Cave. Brand new year, brand new goals. We are done with 2020. We all know how horrible it was. We're not going to dwell on it. Instead, we're moving forward. And I want to start this year by setting small goals. And for my first goal this year, I'm going to set a mini challenge. I hope that you join me in this mini challenge. It is Journaling January. You know you have all those layouts out there. I have them too. Beautiful layouts, and we have not put them away because they're just missing a little bit of journaling. Well, let's take this month and just sit down, go through our layouts, pull them aside, and sit in front of the computer and get that journaling done. Once we open the Word application, we're going to go up here where it says Insert. You're going to click on that tab and then come to the right side and click on text box. I like to select the simple text box, and then what's in there I don't need it, so I'm going to delete that. And these circles right here allow you to change the size of your box. So if I were to pick this side or this side, I can move it that way or in, and then the bottom one allows me to pull it down, the top one allows me to pull it up, and then if I were to click on any of the corner ones, it just allows me to stretch the entire box, both long, just lets me move it. Okay, now if I hover over the line, you'll see that these 4 little arrows appear. At that point I can left click and grab a hold of the box and move it. And because I'm a creature of habit, I like to start working on the left top side of my document. Up here, I can select a border for my text box. So right now it's in black, but I can change the colors. If I were to click on this little arrow over here, these are some of the colors that I've recently used. These here change the color of the inside of your box. So let me move it here so you can actually see it. See how it changes the border? And if I were to click on this, it'll change the inside of my box. Which, if you want to do that and then change the color of your font, you can do that. But I like plain white background with a border. Now, this right here, shape fill, that will give you different colors for the inside. But we don't want that. I'm going to pick no fill. The outline is the border, and I like to give a border to my text box because it gives it a little bit more finished line. Now I can choose different colors for my line. I can change the type of line. I can have a solid line. I can have dashes, like stitching lines. Okay, there's a lot. There's even like squiggly lines, like you can click on more lines and have a party. But I'm going with a straight line, and I can also right here it says weight. I can change if I want a thin line, change the thickness of my line. I can change the color of my line. I like it right about here. That's good. And then if you notice right here and to the side, there's like a ruler, and it lets you know the size of your text box. I decided that I wanted my text box to be 6 and then maybe 4, 4.5. So I'm going to just move it right there until I see that it starts changing right there. I'm still not close to 6. I have like another 1/4 inch there. I don't want to pass it, so I'm going to go as close as I can. And then here I'm still at 2 1/4, so I'm going to pull it down until I see that it's 4 inches. And I have to move my screen up a little bit so I can see it. I'm at 3.5, I think. Yep. Let me go 4.25. Let me try that first. Once I have the box and the border, I'm going to go right here, click on home, and if I click inside the text box, you'll see my cursor is flashing. That's where I can start typing. And if I select that, I can now change the font. Let's try that one. Let's try something that you can actually see. So let's do this calligraphy example. Now I can also change the size. So if after I type up my journaling, I notice that it's just too long for my box, I can reduce the font size. I normally like to type at 10 or 11. I don't go any smaller than 9, and I wouldn't do 14. At that point, unless that's the look that I'm going for, at that point I just make my text box a little bit smaller. But 10 is a really good size, in my opinion. I like it. And then here's something that I like to do whenever I finish typing or designing my text box and the color. I like to save as I go, because if I get called to, help somebody in the backyard, or I have to go to the kitchen or the laundry room, you know how that goes. I don't want to forget where I was. I don't want to lose anything. So I click save. I can do it by clicking the icon right here, or going on file and then save as, and I can type in the name and where I want to keep it. I like to keep it in my desktop. And then once I finish my text box, right, I click save. I can add another text box because my sheet is 8.5 by 11, so I still have quite a bit of space right there. So maybe I want to do a few strips of text for a different layout, or maybe a smaller text box for another page, right? I want to accommodate as many as I can in one sheet so that I don't waste a lot of paper. But before I print it on my cardstock, I like to print it on printer paper just to be sure, because there's a lot of times that I don't catch something until I've printed it. Like maybe the spacing, or I have double space or 2 spaces in between each sentence, and it just, until I see it on paper, I don't catch it and I don't like it. I can easily come back and fix that. And then once I have it exactly the way I want it, and I know the size fits the area in my layout, at that point I would print on cardstock, because I don't want to waste my cardstock. And I'm sure you don't want to either. There's an easy way to get more journaling done. So let's get that journaling done and put away those layouts, because it's a brand new year. We have brand new goals, and beautiful things will happen this year. I'm sure of it. Come back again. Bye.